So now you can see that we've got the crown of shape going through the panel. We've got our triangulation coming in that depicts the right shape for this panel. We've got a little bit of a drop over on the end just as this comes in. And of course this is a damaged part on the panel, so I'm just going with what I believe is a nice flow through there to get that to conform, to come in. So that's basically where the panel is going to be sitting. This is going to be the flange that's tipped down with a little piece cut out, but we're pre-shaping everything. So what we need to do now is take a look at the panel and read to where we're going to go with our roadmap. And you can see there's a little air gap under here, a little air gap under there. When I kind of hold it, this one needs to be there because it needs to conform to this part right in here. So taking into consideration a little bit of fluting, a little bit of return shape, and then if you look on the back side, when we're looking, you can see that we're needing the same thing on here too. You can see that I need to bring this around a little bit, this one around a little bit. So this is called reverse wheeling, so that's going to stretch up on the edge. I'm going to come in and bring just a little bit of stretching. Working from the edge, coming back in again, trying not to lose all the shape that I've put into the curvature of the panel, but at the same time being able to stretch that out nicely, gently and uniformly. So now you can see where we have this very slight fluting, a little bit more pronounced on that side. You can see as it's coming in where I stretched on the edge, brought that over. I'm going to do the same on this side as well now. And of course you've got to manipulate the panel just a little bit so that it knows the direction you want it to go in rather than choosing its own direction. So just very, very subtle guiding and aligning through the wheel. Not putting any ribs in the panel, not pulling up too hard just to reshape everything dramatically, but just to iron out, using the top wheel as the form of ironing. And now you can see that we have a fluting and a fluting through here, a little tulip if you want to call it. And we haven't got any ribs going through the panel. So when we try it back on again, look at what we've got. I'll hold it in there, and you can see that we're starting to come down and to conform. It's a lot closer than what it was. Just takes a little bit more. Need a little bit more on this side. I was a little bit more aggressive on this side, so you need to pay attention to how aggressive you're going in with the reshaping, and make sure that you maintain the left and the right side of the panel the same. The right amount of strokes, the right amount of pressure and the stretching, and then it'll be uniform. So I have this much in this and I have this much in this. It's going through. I'm looking at the panel and I'm seeing that it's pretty uniform now. And as we come back over to the panel, we try it on, and I can see that I kind of like that. It's coming in really nicely. So now you can see that I have excess material on the sides, on both sides, which I was able to maneuver and handle. But at the same time, I still need to do a little fluting, and that extra material is going to give me a consistency. So I'm going to come in now and do the same thing on this end, on this side. And I'm just going to mainly run it through that last little section. And you see now, I've just flicked up the very end. I haven't come too far into the front of the panel, into the center. I do the same thing on the other side. Just a little bit of stretching. Same thing with that side now, so we have a little fluting. Let's check that out, see what we're looking like. A little bit of pressure on the panel just to hold us down, and you can get the concept that we're coming in with a shape relatively the same. And at the same time, we're not only making it to conform to this panel, we need it to marry up to our other panel, which obviously is just roughed out. We're getting them going both at the same time, just to see where we are with our panels. Is there a little bit more stretching needed, a little bit more fluting needed, what is needed to actually get too hard to conform. Making sure that we're putting them on the right position each time. A little bit difficult. What I'm going to do is probably clamp everything down, but you get the concept, you get the idea of what we're actually making up. And we'll end up with our same panel. So there you have it.